They just flipped once again on the stimulus package for the third time, and progressives have indicated what they're going to be doing in just a matter of days in regards to the stimulus package. Also, some remarks out of Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, and what we can expect in 2022. And lastly, some remarks out of Nancy Pelosi on the stimulus package, and I just so have some words for Nancy Pelosi. Let's get into it and talk about the latest updates. But really quickly, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I'm back for you every single day with all of the latest updates. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Subscribe down below, and let's get into this right away. All right, so let's quickly talk about what they just flipped on once again in regards to the stimulus package, what progressives are thinking, and then we can get into the remarks out of Janet Yellen and Nancy Pelosi. All right, so previously in other videos, I've been bringing to you the latest information telling you that they are scheduled and planning on voting on both of these packages, the infrastructure bill and the reconciliation bill, on Tuesday. Well, that changed. They have now flipped once again. So after a virtual meeting today with a handful of progressives, they have now indicated that there is some progress on actually reforming how they actually negotiate pharmacy prescriptions. Therefore, they want a little bit more time to work out some of this legislation, and they said that they will no longer be bringing to the floor for the votes on Tuesday, but rather it will be coming later in the week because they want a little bit more time. Now, they did not indicate a specific day in which they'd be bringing to the floor these two bills, but they did say sometime this week, with the exception of probably Tuesday. So that also means that tomorrow, originally, the House Rules Committee was supposed to be taking up this legislation and going through all of the revised information from the reconciliation bill. Well, that's not going to be happening either. So they're going to be back at it. They're going to be negotiating out all of this stuff into tomorrow, everything like that. So we have a little bit of a delay, but either way, the votes will be still coming down this week. Now remember, this is a very important time that we're in right now because they have the text of the bills, they have everything, and it is now time where some people in Congress, lawmakers, have indicated that it's likely they're going to be reviewing dozens and dozens and dozens of revisions and amendments that could be going into these packages. So this could be a really good time right now because a lot of times this is where some major changes are usually made to the bills right in this last 11th hour type of time right now. So yeah, we'll have to see what comes out of this. I'm sure tomorrow and the next few days here will be incredibly busy, just like even today. You know, even today was a very busy day with some changes coming out and a lot of different announcements. But they held that virtual meeting today, and that's pretty much what came out of it. So it sounds like they are making some progress. Now, there is still push to actually reform Medicare within this bill. There's still some push on that, but there's also a lot of push back on that as well. So as far as the Medicare expansion goes, it looks like they have hearing included, but it's still up in the air when it comes to dental and vision, of course, and those $800 cards. I'll keep you posted on that as we get more information. All right, so that's pretty much what they did as far as the stimulus package, flipping, and, you know, what the progressives are saying as of now. All right, let's get into what Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, is saying in regards to 2022. This is something that we certainly want to pay attention to. She originally said, along with basically everybody else out there, is saying, oh, inflation is transitory. In other words, it's only going to last a short amount of time, and then it's going to subside and then go right back to what it was, right around the 2% range, which is the goal of the Fed. Well, we're running at about 5.4% on an annualized basis right now. Well, Janet Yellen was out recently, and she indicated inflation will continue to run somewhat high, probably through at least the first half of 2022. So, just what everybody wants to hear right now, right? We're going to be paying higher prices just like we are now for probably the next 8 or possibly even more months. Great. Just what I love to do. Pay more for the same thing. Yes, I love it. I don't know about you, but I don't really get out of bed in the morning excited, be like, yes, I can't wait to go pay more for the same groceries we bought last week and pay even more for them. Yes, I just can't wait. This is so much fun. Yeah, no, we're not excited about that. In fact, in my last video that I released, I was talking to you about how there's going to be a run on grocery stores going into the end of the year here over the next couple of months. A lot of people are predicting we're going to see a lot of empty shelves on the grocery store shelves. So if you want to get something, you might want to grab that now before it's maybe too late, right? So interesting stuff going on with everything out there right now. Also, a quick remark out of Nancy Pelosi, and then I will hit on a couple other things here too as well. So Nancy Pelosi was out also in a press briefing briefing and talking about the stimulus package. So she said that the text is out, because it is, the reconciliation bill text is out. She said is out for your review, and they are open, or it's out for review, and we can add and subtract, and they are open to suggestions. Well, check it out, Nancy. We've been kind of pounding the table for a very long time now with our suggestions. Here's our suggestion. Add an extra $100 billion and add a survival check or stimulus check or EIP, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. A stimulus check for Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, and RRB, as well as low income and no income who may not be included in those groups. That's all you'd have to do. It wouldn't be that much. So, Nancy, we've been wanting to give you our suggestions. Well, let me take that back. We have been giving you our suggestions for many, many months now, but it seems that nobody seems to listen. So we've been trying to give suggestions for a very long time now, but it's kind of interesting how Nancy told reporters the text is out there. It's for you to review. You can add and subtract, and we're open to revisions and suggestions. Really? If you're just so open, then why are we constantly talking to the wall? I feel like I'm always talking to a brick wall. Seriously, we're trying to get some action here. We're trying to get some relief to the people who need it the most right now. We're not asking for a widespread stimulus check to go to every single citizen of the United States. No, we're not even asking anywhere close to that. We're asking for a focused stimulus check to hit on the lowest income and fixed income beneficiaries. It's not that hard to figure out, right? I think a lot of us here feel like it's so easy. I think anybody here in this community would gladly volunteer 26 minutes of our time to write up a half a page of perfectly worded legislation and send it off to Nancy if she doesn't want to do it herself and be like, here you go, a stimulus check, here's the legislation. It's super easy, right? It would only take us a few minutes to write it up, only maybe a half a page. It would be so easy to do, but yet they still apparently can't hear us or something. I don't know. But anyway, interesting stuff this weekend as well. American Airlines canceled 1,600 flights this weekend. Whoa. They cited weather and staffing. I'm not really sure what's going on around the country. I mean, honestly, I don't look at the weather all that much. I did hear about some weather over on the East Coast, but I mean, really? Is there that much bad weather going on out there right now? I mean, maybe there is, and I'm just out of touch with what's going on right now, but is there really so much bad weather that 1,600 flights need to be canceled? Maybe. It's kind of weird that American Airlines did it, but yet none of the other airlines did. Do they not fly to the other locations that American Airlines do? I don't know. Seems a little bit weird to me, right? You know what I mean? So either way, well, let's just be real. It's probably a staffing issue. But either way, it sounds kind of interesting. There's a lot of weird stuff going on right now, even with the airlines. Just, what was it, maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, Southwest did the same thing. They canceled like 2,000 flights or 1,500 or 2,000 flights over the course of a weekend, and they cited weather as well. I don't know. Really weird stuff going on out there right now, right? But anyway, if you happen to be someone who had to be flying this weekend, I hope that you were able to make it to your destination and or home rather than sitting in an airport for a weekend. I've done it. It's not a fun thing to do. Yeah, I've been stranded before. It was, just walking around in circles like, get me out of this place. You know what I mean? It's not a fun thing. Anyway, so this is the latest update as of right now. Once again, this is why we can't really trust anything that Congress does, simply because they talk out of both sides of their mouth constantly, all the time. They say one thing, and then they flip immediately right afterwards, shortly thereafter, and say something completely different. So it sounds like as of right now, these packages will be coming to the table, to the floor, I should say, table, floor, whatever, same thing. They're on the table now, they'll be coming to the floor. So I don't know, maybe they're sitting on the table and they're going to push them on the floor. Okay, whatever. But anyway, they will be coming to the floor later this week, someday, we're not sure when, and then for those votes. So it's going to be a busy week. Once again, like I've been saying for a while now, it's usually very, very busy leading up to that. So I imagine tomorrow's going to be jam-packed once again as Congress, they'll be doing their thing, whatever that really consists of. Anyway, I'm here for you every single day. Please leave your comments or questions down below. Subscribe to the channel. It's totally free to do so. And I am your one and only daily advocate, as I'm here for you every single day, and I'm very much committed to you and this community as a whole. So thanks again for your support. Subscribe, share the videos, and go back and check out any of the other nearly 1,800 videos. Enjoy.